there is a maturing process that happens in our walk with Christ. That Christian maturity is the didactic process that prepares us for his soon return. We call that process sanctification. Revelation 7 speaks to this process in the sealing of God's people in their foreheads. Revelation 7, verse 2 and verse 3 says, "Then I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was granted to harm the earth and the sea, saying, Do not harm the earth, the sea, or the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads." We can presume that the sealing is a settling in of the truth. It asks the question, who is God to you? We all have only two choices in this life. That choice may not come as easy as it sounds. For will you remain in Jesus through the difficult fluctuations of life? Will you anchor your choice in Jesus? Will you drop your anchor in the depths of his love? Or will you be like the Epicureans, which say, "Let us eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die"? In Luke 17, verse 27, I'm reading from the New Living Translation. It says, "In those days the people enjoyed banquets and parties and weddings, right up to the time Noah entered his boat, and the flood came and destroyed them all." The hard question must be asked of us: are we enjoying the banquets and parties and weddings of our day, looking for the applause and the status of men? You know what status is? It simply says you look good, you smell good, but you're broke like everybody else. Is the renown of life more important than knowing who Jesus is? What items are holding me back from the relationship I know I should and really want to have with Jesus? Are the outside influences of the company I keep, or the anxieties of the trouble that surrounds me, keep me from fully relying on God? That fully relying on God as an acronym says frog. When I visit people that are very sick, I'm thinking of one dear young lady that we lost. Her name was Audrey. She had a rare disease, and I came to visit her, and I had a frog, a stuffed animal frog. And as we talked and we shared, I said, you know what frog means? It means to fully rely on God. And so I said, whenever you have moments of doubt and despair, and it seems like that you have no way to make it in this world, I want you to hold on to that frog and think about the goodness of God. And I want you to fully rely on God. Can we fully rely on God in the world today, in the vicissitudes of our life? The angel of the Lord spoke to Daniel in Daniel 12, verse 9 and 10, where it's recorded. He said, "Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand." Now I want to go back for a moment to verse 10, where it said, "Many shall be purified and made white and tried." When I was in high school, I had the privilege of working in the shop class where we melted metal. At aluminum, I don't know what the Celsius is, but Fahrenheit is 1,250 degrees. The metal becomes liquid, and when it becomes liquid and begins to bubble, the impurities in the metal come up to the surface. And the angel of the Lord said to Daniel, "Many shall be purified," and in order to be purified, the heat has to be turned up. Sometimes in life, God has to allow things in our lives so that he can bring the impurities to the surface. Sometimes the winds of strife may blow like it did last night because God has to blow some things out of your life. Sometimes the rain has to come and cause a flood because God needs to wash some things out of your life. So when the temperature is raised and the metal begins to boil, the impurities come up to the surface so that you can scoop them out. And when you pour the metal, it is pure metal. Sometimes in our lives, things have to happen so that we